Hello Gundam fans, this is Brown92, and today I'll be looking at the 1-100 Master Grade Wing Gundam Proto Zero. This is the new version of the Wing Zero. This is the Neo Bird mode, and I figured I'd just show it off on its action base that it comes with in the bird mode, because it's a lot more solid on here. Looks pretty good. Let's get a little closer here. You got the twin buster cannons. Now, these, in all the pictures I've seen, and on the model I have here, when you have the cannons on here, they droop down. But if you kind of loop them underneath, like into the these spikes on the shield, into this hole, it keeps them upright. It looks a lot better, I think. Maybe that was intentional, I don't know. And now actually holding the model on the stand is this right here. This little catch. It basically pegs into the back skirt and is molded to go around the stomach. Because without that, it's very floppy in this mode because of the stomach joint. And you can see the feet, how they're transformed here. Got the nice wings opened up. These little extra wing pieces. Looks pretty good, I think. Now let's get it off the base. If I can do it. There we go. Put this off to the side, don't need that. Now, this guy transforms a lot like you'd expect. I'm gonna unpeg the shield from the back. The legs here. It's interesting, there actually is a little track. You can bring the ankle joint down, and then rotate the foot. The back of the leg is on a little bit of a double hinge. You can bring it down, peg it into the leg, keep the ankle in place, flip up the foot, and then you can straighten the knee, and I really like that joint. And it also, you can push the joint into the knee. See, it's very little, but it gives it that extra mobility for the transformation. So same thing here. Bring the foot down, rotate it, bring the back armor down, straighten the knee, and push the knee in. And the legs are done. Now let's get these wings out of the way. So, this joint here is on a double hinge, and it's going to basically conform to these little pegs all around here. So we just got to bring it down, and it'll rest nicely in these pegs right here. And then there's a double hinge up here. Just bring it up against the body like that. And actually, before I do that, get that up out of the way, and then close the wings. And there's where the wing's done. Same thing here. Bring the extra wing like that. Bring the double hinge up. Close the wings. And there we go. Now, let's get the shoulder armor up. It's on a little track. You can bring this little white flap down. Same thing here. Let's get the arms out of the way. And we can see these are usually apparently supposed to be out. So we'll just push those in. Rotate the waist. Alright. And finally, the head. And that is the Wing Gundam Proto Zero in its very nice looking mobile suit mode. And aside from the different wing thrusters, it looks a lot like it did in the anime. I kind of like these better, these wings. They're not as like roundish and bulky. Much more streamlined. I like the extra little plastic here. They could have left out. Just left the bare gray, but I like that. A lot of nice detail. You got the little thrusters in here that can come down. Just like it did in the older kits. You do have the opening cockpit right here. Just slides forward. Well, it usually slides forward. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong piece. There we go. You got Hero UA in there. And it does come with a little figure of him in his tank, his muscle shirt. Same thing he always wore. And you do get stickers for like the eyes and the cameras, but it's clear green for all these pieces, so there's no, you don't need the stickers. Nice clear jewel there for the sensor. And you do have stickers. You've got the ones, of course, I mentioned. And they do give you a little silver one to put underneath there if you want to. You've got the little rope transfer sheet and the bigger sticker sheet for the decals and markings and stuff. Now, my problem, it might just be mine, but I do find like I mentioned with the that connection for the bird mode, it is rather loose in the waist. Now it is a ball joint, so a little bit of, you can see there, a little bit of maybe nail polish or super glue to thicken that ball joint might help somewhat. Or just, like I said, might be mine. Everybody else's might be okay. Oops. But other than that, everything else seems to be pretty solid on this kit. I don't have much problems in having it stand up. This shoulder armor is a little loose compared to that one. See, it's a little more easier to move, but not too bad. Overall, I love the design. Love the head. I love the new wings. It looks really nice overall. Definitely like the wing Proto Zero. So the wing Zero has a neck. It does have a neck joint it can rotate. Not much up and down there, but there is a hinge at the neck, so it can go up and down there. The arms can go forward and back. They'll rotate as much as the wings will allow. You can't get them all the way around. The shoulder armor goes out that far. You can get the arms about that far out. Rotate below the shoulder. Not quite all the way around because of the design of the shoulder armor. Double jointed elbow. Got the ball jointed wrist, the ball jointed thumb, the interchangeable fingers. You got the trigger finger I got here. The holding hand with the pegs, the fist, and the open hand. That ball jointed waist I mentioned, which is really articulate. I do like it. I just wish it wasn't so loose. The swivel at the waist, ball jointed front skirts, ball jointed side skirts, even back skirts, which are actually double. They're ball jointed and hinged. So that's really good. And the legs, if you don't pop off the skirt armor, you can go forward and back and out. Rotate out the hip. Double joint knee. I really like that right there. Very nice. You got the foot arm here, which it does move some, not too much. The ball jointed ankle and the hinge in the foot. So it's pretty good. I don't find that too much gets in the way of the body. And then the wings, of course, can go in and out, up and down. If you want, you can bring them down with the extra joint. And that's really about it. I was hoping there'd be an extra joint in here, but this part pretty much serves that purpose. It's not too bad. Yeah, that's about it. The wings don't make it too back heavy, because you kind of get them up against the body. And you can get some pretty good poses with this model if you want. It's not really hindered by anything. So articulation is really good. Now, of course, on the mobile suit, you have the machine guns, which you can flip open here. Very nice. Always like these in the anime. You've got the beam saber handles right housed in here, but you also have this extra panel that can open up here, which will allow the thrusters to move up. And the beam saber handles it's a little hard, or maybe it's not hard at all to get them out. And they're kind of simple. They need to be small to fit in there, so they're not going to be too big. And you have the two curved clear green beams. These are older beams from 2000. there's a little hole there, so you can peg them into the hand, the more beam saber holding hand. Get out. Arr. And of course, can't forget the shield and the best rifle. Now, I don't know if you saw this, but this basically is a panel to cover the head in bird mode. You just flip that back down. And now, I mentioned before, this is usually, if I unpeg it, this is usually how the Buster Rifle, at least it shows in the pictures. It's supposed to be like that. But I like it like this, more straight. That's just me. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I only see one connection. Anyways, just have the shield here. I think it's called the pile driver shield. I like the little wings here. It makes it look like a little crossbow, which are actually geared, so they go together. Got a little clear piece here. Does have the pile driving. It's so minor. I wish it was a little more. It's like, eh. Like, I guess if you're close to a mobile suit, it might push a little bit into it. I do like it. It kind of looks like there's hydraulics in there. That's cool. And the little Vulcans, I think they're right here, which are very... These are so small. This is what I'm talking about when I was mentioning the double X with the forehead jewel. Those are so tiny. They can do it. I have the connector here, which can come out. And then push in to kind of lock into place. And peg into either arm. Like that. Nice and solid. Nice and solid. Can be a little obstructed with the shoulder armor, but not too bad. And of course, the main attraction, the twin Buster rifles. Now let's cover the connector here. Those are for the shield. Flip out the handles. And this is the separate mode, of course. Nicely detailed. Looks good on both sides. And the wing gun holds them pretty well. It does have the hole in the handle. So you can get them into around the fingers. And it's probably the best holding bus. Actually, no. It's second compared to the wing Gundam. But for wing zeros, it's really good. Pretty solid. And of course, they can combine. You only need one of the handles out. And flip out the extra ports here, which are basically alternating. So you just push them together. And there we have the twin Buster rifle, which once again looks really good. Nicely detailed. Now, I swear on the instructions it shows that these peg in, but they don't. The bottom ones here, that's about as good as it gets. It's not flush, but yeah, it's pretty solid here. So it's pretty nice, and it is heavier in the handle, obviously, because it's got two of them now. But as you can see, it still holds. It weighs the hand down a little bit, but that's still, it holds it. That's pretty good. Now, I don't see anywhere to clip this on in this mode into the shield, because it did it in the show. And I don't see it in the instructions either. But it would be nice if there was a way to mount this. Like, get this part down and kind of mount this onto here, like it did in the show. That would be kind of neat. Listen, maybe there is a way, and I'm not seeing it. There's just like a secret that they put in here. I don't remember seeing it in the instructions, but I'm just gonna interrupt my ramblings to talk about something else for the kit. This little thing. This is another stand adapter. Unlike the one for the the bird mode, this is for the mobile suit mode. And you do get the normal one for the crotch, but this connects right to the backpack. Right like this. Nice and solid. Lets you put it onto the stand, and it alleviates the stress on the stomach. Maybe they knew that it was a little weak here, and so it actually lifts it up by the torso. So you can have in really good poses, and the stress is all back here, which is really good. Nice idea. And it doesn't look too out of place, really. Even has little lines molded in there to kind of match up with the backpack. So, yeah, good idea. I really like this. It's very simple, but it does work if you want to put them on an action base. Anyways, other than that, that little thing, really good accessories, appropriate to the Wing Zero. I love everything about it, really, because it holds everything really well, and it didn't leave anything out. You still got the cannons, the machine guns, beam sabers in here. Everything holds great. Great accessories, just great. Okay, so we're gonna go for a Wing Gundam Palooza with the comparisons. Let's start with the Wing Gundam, which I have to say is my favorite out of any variation of the Wing Gundam. This one, the more I look at it, the more I like it. Like, it's become... I like it even more than when I reviewed it. How about the... This is gonna get really crowded really fast. How about the Wing Gundam EW? The Kotoki version. And finally, the Wing Zero Custom. We just got wings everywhere. Wing Bonanza. Now this is Gundam Wing right here. Here's your new anime. That looks pretty amazing. I love it. Yeah. But like I said, still my favorite. Probably my second favorite. Like, I still like the Wing Zero Proto, the Wing Proto Zero. It's a really awesome looking model kit. And if I have it, like, the longer I have it, I might like it even more. There's no flaws with it. It's just my personal preference. It's a good, solid model. It transforms pretty well. Like I said, the waist on mine is a little loose. More loose than I like. Good articulation, good accessories. Looks good in both modes, yeah. This is definitely a great rendition of the Wing Zero. It doesn't look exactly like it did in the anime, but that's okay. They did have to modify a few things, I think. So yeah, it is a great model. So that's about it, and I'll see you at the next review.